What's going on, everybody, and welcome to Success Through Failure. I'm PJ, and
I'm Nathan. How's it going, guys?
yeah, and today we're going to talk about how to sell products better than your competition.
Right.
So, Nate, you want to take it away?
So obviously, when you're selling things on eBay or Amazon or anywhere, this will actually apply to all that stuff. Mm-hmm. The key thing that you're always going to see now is because it's so popular, everybody's trying to sell online. It is a crowded space. You need to do it better than the other guy.
Right.
So, that's kind of what I like to do. I prefer, some people will tell you to go find this product that nobody's selling. But I find, and I think you've done this before, it's a gamble because if nobody's selling it, is there a reason? Right?
And even if you're like the first to the market, usually, a month later, now you've got, 5, 6, 7, 8 competitors. Yeah.
So I prefer to spend the time, like, instead of trying to dig for hours or days or whatever, trying to figure out what that one thing that I could find and sell that nobody else is selling and having that come to me moment.
Right.
I prefer to look at items that I know are going to sell and spend the time to figure out a way to where I can beat my competitors selling that item that I know for sure is going to sell.
Totally. Yeah.
So I'd rather have a guaranteed thing. I would rather list something that I know I can sell a ton of, guaranteed.
Right.
And make maybe a little bit less on it.
Right.
And get guaranteed sales instead of having to go get a new item. That distributor is going to want you to buy a bunch of them.
Right.
To get this great price that you want to work under with that margin. And then they end up sitting in your house, garage, warehouse, wherever it may be, whatever your situation is. There's nothing worse than like a dead product. I would rather sell something and let's say I could sell one item and make $10.
Right.
That I don't know if it's going to sell. Or if I could sell something and make $350.
Right.
And I know I'm going to sell 500 of them in a month.
Right.
I'll take the $350.
Yeah.
And sell 500
have
of
peace
them.
of mind. Right.
And I'll do a little bit more work. But I know they're going to move every time. And I know if I ever need to get rid of them, even if I just deduct the $350 that I'm going to make, that I could get rid of them next day.
Right.
So when I'm done with that item, as we talked in previous videos, you can't be married to a product.
Right.
It has to be, it can't be a personal decision. It has to be a business decision.
Right.
So you want to have items that you can easily liquidate.
Right.
So if I have some weird, part, it's only going to work on one little thing or one person.
Right.
It's going to sit here.
Yeah. Yeah.
So.
And you can't do anything about that. If you've got a crap product, that's not selling, there's only so much you can do. Right. But this video is going to be good for a lot of people that maybe found their product and they were selling right out the gate, and then all of a sudden the market starts getting saturated.
Right.
And now you are sitting on these products, so now it's time to kind of switch up, your game plan a little bit. And so.
Yeah, so I think getting started, the first things that you need to do is you need to find like a hot item, a stable, solidified item.
Right.
Like anything that you know for sure is always going to be around.
Right. No trends. Stay away from trends.
Right.
Yeah.
I like stuff like really boring stuff.
Okay.
I'll give you an example. If you're looking for stuff that's like mailers, envelopes, stuff like that. Because Staples or Office Max or all these different office supply stores that are, whatever it is by you where you live.
Right.
They have these huge buildings. So they have huge markups.
Right.
Because they have to hold it in these huge warehouses. So the reason why I like paper products is because they never go bad.
Right. Okay. Yeah.
They don't get damaged like in the mail. Like they're already packaged. You know what I mean? So it's just pick up, ship. And that's also their negative thing. They are heavy. You know what I mean? So you do inquire some shipping costs.
Okay.
But the fact they don't go bad.
And they
don't have parts. Like, what I mean? Like if you ship a blender, by the way UPS throws it around, it can easily break. And they go, hey, PJ, I got this blender and it doesn't work. And what happens to you? You have to take it back.
Right.
Okay, they can't say the envelopes don't work. Right?
Right.
It's so great. Envelopes don't expire. You know what I mean? Like,
and they're always in style. Right, yeah.
Even things like they have batteries. Batteries can oxidate, you know what I mean? And the batteries ruin the machine. And it's
right.
all these little things. If you don't think it will happen, it will happen.
Right.
So, like, I like stuff like that. And maybe boring.
Right.
But now people are starting to realize I can go here. You know what? They're heavy. I don't even want to go to my office supply place and pick this up.
Right.
I want it to my door.
Yeah.
So that's something I would strongly suggest. You know, like those, and there's a million sizes of those. There's a million different things. There's so many different things to feed off of that. You know, you can even grab like a Uline catalog and look at all those things, and then then you just have to go out, and that's another thing you can also easily source, like from like the Chinese websites or the Chinese distributors and all that kind of stuff. I think you'll go into later. Yeah. That's an easy thing to source, and it's a thing you don't have to worry so much about. Like, is it going to be the right way? Because it just comes. It's already done. So that's one thing I would suggest. That's a great thing. So then all you have to worry about then is getting the right price, calculating your shipping for that price for that item, and seeing if you can get below or at what your other competitors are doing. And believe me, if you don't know, go look at like a legal size envelope or something. Look how many of those are selling on eBay. There is a ton. So there's a reason why, because they sell. So that's why I know if I stock those, I may not make a ton, but I'm gonna move a lot of stuff. And so that's one of my things. I mean, this is going to be a special video. Like, we were going to give away some secret little products or whatever like that. We're going to do those things in, like, kind of like, all win type products. Now, you won't make a ton of money on these products, but if you want to sell some stuff, we can probably figure out some items for you. You know what I mean? That it will go. And that's one of them. Any paper products.
Okay.
I love it.
Now, do you want to go in more detail about... let's say you're selling something, somebody else is selling something. Maybe you're, it's kind of like the gas station thing, right? They keep going down in price. What are some other techniques besides trying to,
Price is obviously great.
Yeah.
So my thing is you want to, at first, I would tell you to be, even if you barely make anything or nothing at all, to get the price a little bit lower so it bumps your item up. In the eBay listings. I'm not going to say this is the sworn method or whatever, but I've been on eBay long enough and I make a living on eBay full time to know that when your product sells, it goes up the list. So when they search for that, you will go higher by the amount of items that you've sold. Unfortunately, like most websites or whatever, the rich get richer and the poor get poorer. So they want somebody, okay, he's already shown he can ship 500 of these or 200 of these. So we're definitely going to put him up first because we feel like that's what they feel like their customer's going to get taken care of. That's their angle, by the way. They're not saying we want the rich to get richer. But so if you sell, your item will go up. So maybe in the beginning, you can always adjust your price. But in the beginning, to get your sales, your feedback up and everything else, it can also be a different little short video on how to do that. But secondly, the ad appearance. And we're great friends and we work with them all the time. Like, we feel like we talk to them all the time, every day. Our boys at InkFrog, I still think is the best thing. So you check that out at inkfrog.com. It helps you manage your listings. You can even do it from manage your listings from your tablet and everything. So like if you're on the move, you can really do it the efficient way. If time is an issue and this is a secondhand gig for you, InkFrog will save you half your time.
It's like virtual assistant.
Yeah. And I'm not even the most guy. I'm sure I could have a lot more apps or different little things running or doing things like virtual assistants I don't use. So I'm sure there's a lot of them out there. But I use InkFrog. That's it. That's all I need. And I make over 6 figures on eBay. And
they have their little templates there, right? We'll go into a separate video on
the
that.
Appearance, but you can make your own template. You can make a really professional listing in a matter of minutes. And once you have it, and you want to use that same template on all your listings, it's like seriously like 3 clicks. And it'll just, all your listings now look perfect.
And it's amazing how all that, just that little bit of work to
Right. You have to look at it like this. Like if you're going to have something that you're going to sell for a long period of time, even if that's considered a month, you have to realize a month is a long time, right? So if you're going to sell, I always like to, me and him are basketball players. So if you're going to sell a basketball for a month, you can spend 10 minutes on the listing. It's going to be up there for a whole month. And you may sell the same basketball for 2 years.
Right.
Basketballs don't really change very much anymore. So you could have the same ball up for 2 years. So why not make the listing look really, really good?
Right.
So appearance is there. The next really big thing is shipping. You know, you need to calculate your shipping and you know, obviously you want to cover your costs, or you have to decide whether you want to maybe put your shipping price into the main price and then offer shipping. Because the price has got to come from somewhere. People go, oh, it's free shipping. Believe me, you paid for shipping.
Right. Right.
That newsflash, you paid for shipping. Somebody paid for it.
Right.
So either you want to work it into your price and put free shipping. eBay likes that. I will tell you there, eBay likes that. Yeah. Now, I do it on some of my items, but I don't do it on all my items.
Okay.
If I don't have to, I won't. You know, if I can try to charge shipping, I will.
And that's based on the competition too.
There's
right?
different little things that you know. It's impossible for me to say you do this, this, and this. You just you got to evaluate. It's like when you go to a website and they let you compare the two products, like you know the different vacuum cleaners. You can compare the ones that are different from each other.
Right.
It's the same thing. You got to be able to compare the items, your item versus their item, your main competitor on there, and then go from there.
Right.
But shipping is the next one, and then lastly, you know, look for ways to incentivize people. eBay has a very kind of like hidden, different little area where you can do promotions. Where like if you buy one, you get one at you can set up offers. You buy one, you get one at 10% off, or you buy one. If you buy two, you get free shipping. If you do this, and another thing that I actually haven't used much, but I can tell you works because I get the messages from people all the time. Do you combine shipping?
Okay.
If you can combine shipping, I would tell you to do it. I find it to be I mean, I don't have to do it with what I'm selling right now, but people always ask me, do you combine shipping? And it's like, it saves them like $1.
Right.
And that seems like that's going to get the sale to them, because that's obviously...
They feel like they're getting taken care
of. Because if I say yes,
Yeah.
they're telling me pretty much that they're going to give me the sale.
Right.
So, but you can tell by the wording on the message. So I can tell you if you can combine shipping, combine shipping. So those things. Right. Price.
Right.
The appearance of the ad. And then, you know, the shipping setup.
Right.
And then offers.
Right. Well, like bundling. So, like we used
right.
the envelope offer earlier, right?
Right.
If you've got 1 million people selling the same pack of 50 envelopes.
Right.
And you're thinking, well, you know, I can kind of compete with that pricing, but there's still 1 million offers. You could maybe sell 2 of those packages for a certain price. Or
and that's a great point. So eBay now has this, you know, to where you have a thing where you can say, let's just use a hypothetical thing that this box of envelopes is $45. I happen to know because I just bought envelopes off eBay off somebody for $45. He said you can buy one for $45.
Okay.
And obviously, if I were to buy 2 of them, doing your math at home, people, that would be $90. But you can buy 2 of them for $85. He said.
Okay.
And then he had a number for 3 and for 4.
Okay.
If you buy them all at once.
Okay.
Why does he do that? The reason why he does it is, 1, it's a guaranteed sale. 2, your box is going to get heavier, but the shipping rates don't go up as much with the weight. So he can almost give that discount because he's saving that much in the shipping.
Yeah.
If you were to ship 2 separate boxes. But instead he's going to ship 1 big box or 1 heavy box. Because what they do is they take the 2 boxes and they just tape them together. And they say it's 1 box because UPS is charging you a lot for 1 box. But the heavier weight, the price does not go up that significant.
Right.
So that's why he's doing that. So you're saving, but he's also saving.
Right.
And he wants to get the gross sale. You know what I mean? He's thinking, hey, if I'm making $15 on every single one I ship, I'm going to give this guy a $10 discount for buying the second one. But that's what I saved on shipping anyways.
Right.
I still made my full margin on that box.
Right.
So it's a win for you and a win for him.
Right.
So I fell for it. I mean, I didn't fall for it. I need them.
Yeah.
But I bought 2 of them.
Yeah.
I saved my $10. Yes. Right?
Yeah.
But that's how I tell you. You know, and then you can say, hey, instead of doing $45 in sales today, I did $90 in sales today.
Right. No.
eBay likes that. They start giving you more things. They start giving you more items to list.
Right.
Hey, you sold $10,000 this month. And that's, I think, is the way to do it.
Okay. Well, sweet. Well, there you have it. Those are just some tips and tricks on how to kind of compete with the market And yeah, we got a lot more coming, so make sure you subscribe. Comment below if you have any questions or if there's a video you'd like to see.
Yeah, comment. I think. I mean, since we're talking about items, comment below about an item that you think. That if you have a question, if you think this would be a good sellable item, and we'll look into it for you.
Yeah.
Since we're trying to build this channel, we'll spend a little extra time for you guys. We'll look into it, and we'll tell you if we think it's a good item or not.
All right, cool.
All right.
All right. Till next episode. Peace.